Hi everyone, I am Krishnaveni. Welcome to today's session. Today our topic is activity diagram. So in this we are going to discuss about the topics are introduction, what is an activity diagram, purpose of activity diagram, benefits of activity diagram and basic components and symbols of activity diagram for login page, banking system and order management system. These are all the examples of activity diagrams. Before going to discuss about the activity diagram, we have to know about the UML diagram. So what is a UML? So UML is a unified modeling language. It is a general purpose development modeling language in the field of software engineering that is intended to provide standard way to visualize the design of the system. So what is a modeling? It's a way to visualize your software application design and check it against requirements before start to code. In the same way, an architect creates the blueprint before starting construction for building. So a developer can use modeling diagrams what they are going to create before they are starting coding. So planning is the first step to any project and modeling is an essential part of any software project whether it is a small or large. So UML, it is not a programming language. So these tools that can generate a code by using the UML diagrams. So UML is a modeling language for designing system. It was created by combining several object-oriented notations like object-oriented design, object modeling techniques, and object-oriented software engineering. So it making a natural fit for object-oriented languages like C++, Java, C/. So, however, you can use it to model almost any type of applications regardless of your hardware, operating system, programming languages or in networking. UML allows you to specify, visualize and document models of software systems, both structural and behavioral before coding. So actually the model, UML model contains three types of diagrams. One is the structural diagram, second one is the interaction diagram and third one is the behavior diagram. So here the activity diagram comes under the behavior diagram. So what is the structural diagram? The structural diagram is a static part of the system and second one is the behavioral diagram. It shows the dynamic behavior of all objects in a system including changes to the system over a time. And third one is the interaction diagram. So it can be through as a subset of behavior diagrams. So what is an activity diagram? So activity diagram is another important diagram in UML. It describes the dynamic aspects of the system. So activity diagram is basically a flowchart to represent the flow from one activity to another activity. So the activity can be described as the operations of the system. So the control flow is drawn from one operation to another. This flow can be sequential, branch or concurrent. Activity diagrams deals with all type of flow controls by using different elements like fork, join. So the second one is the purpose of activity diagram. So the basic purpose of activity diagram captures the dynamic behavior of the system. So the activity diagram is used to show messages from one activity to another. So activity is a particular operation of the system. Activity diagrams are not only used for visualizing dynamic nature of the system, but they are also used to construct the executable systems by using forward and reverse engine. So here in this, one drawback of activity diagram is only missing things in activity diagram is the messaging part. So it does not show any message flow from one activity to another. So the activity diagram is sometimes considered as a flowchart, although the diagram look like a flowchart, but it is not. So the purpose can be described as draw the activity flow of operating systems, describe the sequential from one activity to another, it describe the parallel, branch and concurrent flow of the system. So third one is the benefits of activity diagram. So it defines so many benefits to users. So it demonstrates the logic of an algorithm. It describes the steps performed in UML use cases and it illustrates the business process or a workflow between user and the system and it simplify and improve any process by clarifying complicated use cases. Model system architecture elements like method, functions and operations. So the basic components and symbols of activity diagrams are basic component of activity diagram. So before making an activity diagram, you should first understand some of the most common components of activity diagram and it includes the activity, action, decision node, control flow, start node and end node. So the basic activity diagram flow, some of the components are like, first one is the activity. The step or action within an activity diagram that represents an action by the system or a by an actor. So second one is the action. A step in the activity wherein the users or a software perform the given task. Actions are tasks performed by user, the system and the both in collaboration. So next one is the decision node. A conditional branch in the flow that is represented by a diamond symbol. It includes a single input and two or more outputs. And next one is a control flow. So another name for the connectors that show the flow between steps in the diagram. Connectors link the association actions in a sequence. And the start node. This is the starting node where for any activity diagram it can be represented a black circle. And last one is the end node. So it is the final step in the activity. The end node is represented by an outline black circle. And next one is the activity diagram symbols. Here some of the setup symbols and rules for drawing activity diagrams are. Here some of the symbols are starting symbol, action symbol and control flow symbol, object flow symbol and activity final node. So the first one is the initial node. So it is used to represent the starting point or initial state of an activity. And second symbol is the activity or action state. So the symbol is used to represent the activity of the process. So third symbol is the action. So this symbol is used to represent the executable sub area of an activity. And fourth symbol is a control flow. It is used to represent the flow of control from one action to the other. And next one is the object flow. This symbol is used to represent the path of the objects moving through the activity. And last one is the final node. So this is the end of the symbol. So it used to mark the end of all control flow within the activity. And next symbol is a flow final node. This symbol is used to mark the end of the single control flow. And next one is a decision node, used to represent the conditional branch point with one input and multiple outputs. And next one is a merge node. So it is used to represent the merge the flows. It has several inputs but only one output. And next symbol is a fork. So this symbol is used to represent the flow that may be branched into two or more parallel flows. And last one is the merge symbol. This is used to represent a flow that may be branched into two or more parallel flows. Some of the symbols are signal sending, signal receipt and note or comment. So here in this signal sending symbol, it is used to represent the action of the sending a signal to an accepting activity. And second symbol is the signal receipt. It is used to represent that the signal is received. And third symbol is a note or a comment symbol. It is used to add relevant comments to elements. So this is the activity diagram. See the some of examples are login page. So many of activities people want to accomplish: online checking email, managing finance, ordering clothes, etc. Require them to log in into a website. This activity diagram shows the process of logging into the website. From enter the username and password to successfully logging into the system, it uses different container shapes for activities, decisions and nodes. If you see this symbol, the client is registered. So the first, this is the node symbol. So here is what in this node the client is registered. So the black circle is the starting symbol. So it is associated with client enters login name and password. If the client enter the details is correct, then the process will be proceed. Otherwise, it shows the invalid login details. If the correct information is your client given information is correct, then the client successfully logins in this website. So client settings are displayed. And finally, this is the ending symbol. One more example is banking system. This diagram shows the process of either withdrawing money from or a deposit money into bank account. The advantage of representing the workflow usually in UML is the ability to show withdraw and deposit on one chart. If you see this diagram, so this is the starting symbol. Here in this we are checking the account whether it is a withdraw or deposit. So here coming to withdraw, so if the condition is given in this symbol, withdraw is not allowed because withdraw amount is not sufficient in this account. So deposit. So deposit means update account balance. So withdraw amount, the amount is available in the bank. So we can rights to withdraw money. Otherwise, it will shows the amount is not sufficient in your account. And finally, it update the account, and this is the end symbol. So next one is the next example is the order management system. The following is an example of activity diagram for order management system. In the diagram, 4 activities are identified which are associated with the conditions. One important point should be clear, understood, that an activity diagram can't be exactly matched with the code. So the activity diagram is made to understand the flow of activities and is mainly used by the business users. So the following diagram is drawn with the 4 main activities: send order by the customer, receipt of the order, confirm the order, and dispatch the order. So after receiving the order request, condition checks are performed to check if it is normal or a special order. After the type of order is identified, dispatch activity is performed and termination of the process. If you see this diagram, the customer sends order request. So here in this order request system, confirm the receipt of the order. If the order is normal order, so it will send to checking the condition. So here in this, if the order is finalized, the confirm the order. If the order is special order, so it will be sent to another conditions. So once the order is confirmed, then it will be dispatched to the order, and finally it will termination. That means end of the this process.